Hi, I'm Sterling Pratt, the author of a book called Puddinhead Parenting, How Forming a Positive Working Relationship with a Child with ADD. I'm also the host of a Blog Talk radio show called Puddinhead Parenting, which focuses on parent-child relationships and self-esteem. It airs Saturdays at 1 o'clock. This is to continue my series on what you can do to fortify and to nurture your child's self-esteem. This one is kind of a fun one. It's called Smiles and Hugs. And we don't realize, though, as parents, how important these things are. Smiles actually tell your child that they are liked and thus that they are likable. That's an important part of a child's self-esteem, is being likable. If you don't smile at them much, they're going to try to mind read, and they're not good at it. And so if you go too long without smiling, perhaps something's weighing you down, and we, as parents, we always have things that are weighing us down. If we let that interrupt that more pleasant side of our relationship with our children, then we need to learn to just take a break from that every once in a while, maybe before they get home or from school or before we get home from work. Just focus on that, that what is weighing us down, and just pretend you're locking it away for a while, and you're going to pull it out later and worry about it. Sometimes I have to do that just to give myself permission not to focus on that quite as much. Let's talk about hugs, right? Hugs tell your child that they are safe, that safe feeling of having arms wrapped around them, and also that they're valuable. They're something that you're going to hold on to that's of value. And they can be really healing after a tough day, let's call it an ADD day at school, and maybe a turbulent experience with one of their peers, or being picked on, or being singled out in class, and all of those things at school that can pick holes in their self-esteem. When they get home, that hug can make them can heal them from some of that. Some families are huggers, some aren't. And if your family is traditionally not a hugging family, then traditions can be and often should be changed. Don't go overboard. Don't announce one day that, okay, from now on we have the goal, we're going to hug 3 times a day. That's obviously going to not mean as much to them, and they're going to be suspicious, and it's not going to seem very genuine. So you want your hugs to be a logical part, an appropriate part of a genuine part of your relationship. Just like any physical affection, the feelings need to be there to go along with that. If you're struggling with those feelings, again, a lot of the things that we talked about I talk about in Puddinhead Parenting can start to make you feel differently about your child, and then in response, your child's going to feel differently about you, and that relationship will strengthen, and those hugs will be appropriate. Now, teenagers, little children are usually much more open to hugs. Sometimes that depends on their temperament, but most younger children are. Teenagers can be pretty standoffish when it comes to hugs, and so you want to make sure that when you start to change this behavior in your relationship, that it comes at an appropriate time, that you've shared some feelings or an experience that have brought you closer, and that it's logical that we have a hug. If you're in doubt, sometimes even with that, in the midst of those experiences, your teenager might be wary of a hug. So you can just ask them. Just say, this has been amazing. Do you mind if I give you a hug? I just really want to, wrap my arms around you and give you a hug right now. So they're going to either say yes or no, but at least then they'll trust you, and they'll know that thought was in your mind, and it's almost as good as the actual thing. So again, a couple of fun ones: smiles and hugs. Make sure that they're in some way, some degree, a part of your relationship with your child. Email me at sterling@addparentingsupport.com with any questions or comments about this video or any of my others. Thanks.